ago. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah, we got Cutzaveli in the crib. What's good?
Oh my Gaza.
What's up?
Going on?
Yo, so much going on, bro. Like, how was setting up to do that? Didn't you do the cuts to the schools?
We did a charity event last Friday.
Talk to me about it. What'd you do?
Me and a bunch of other barbers, we went to the school. We set up little station areas and we gave out free haircuts to the kids that are like, they're sent to school, but like they're like in foster homes. Some of them are in shelters.
Halfway houses and shit.
Yeah, stuff like that, right? So this is like schools for.
You brought some joy. You brought some jokes and shit. You were coming through cracking
jokes
and
some
fucking
joy,
everything.
some good energy, good haircuts. You know.
Hell yeah.
Love for our future.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, I know we was talking about a lot of shit that you wanted to get off your chest the other day, and we was talking about what was it, men and women, and what was it, reaching. You tell me. I honestly, I forgot.
I forgot too. So we both forgot. That's a good thing.
But you was like, I really want to talk about this shit. I was like, no doubt.
Was a feeling that went away.
Probably, yeah, right? It goes real quick.
Yeah, we talking about new feelings today, so.
Hell yeah. All right, but then tell me, what you rocking? What's this Queen's
Finest? It's the shopping mat. They got a whole apparel over there, so. Oh, Queen's Finest.
You know, this is actually the first time you're on the podcast, technically, and I really do appreciate all the times that happened before that just failed with the editing and whatever. So thank you for coming through, bro. And I want to let the people know a little bit about, like, your upbringing and, like, what brought you to becoming a barber, and the mindset that you have right now as far as just, you know,
that's a good question.
Surviving.
So I had my freedom taken away from me numerous times, you know what I mean? And that was like basically becoming my second home. It was like a vicious cycle, you know. I would do things I wasn't supposed to be doing. So I think the last time that I went through that, really like learned my lesson. But in between that lesson, I also was learning how to cut hair. I mean, I was cutting hair before, but that I was just cutting hair inside as well. So, I was like, you know what? When I come home, I'm just gonna.
So you fucked up a few cuts inside before you came out, or was it easy from the jump?
I mean, it was kind of easy from the jump. Think about it. I'm in Rikers Island cutting hair. I'm in upstate New York cutting hair. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cutting criminals here. So I'm pretty sure if you fuck up a haircut, you know what I mean? There's gonna be probably consequences, some issues. There's gonna be some type of issues with the barber.
Right. So
fortunately, I ain't have no issues, thank God.
What kind of clients do you have inside? And how did they pay you if they did pay you?
So, you know, it was like, they were paying like in food, cigarettes, and stamps. Stamps was worth a lot of money there because, you know, now here that people can email, but before the email system came out, everybody was writing letters, so that was the only way, or calling your family was the only two ways of communication.
Was you writing any letters to any shorties?
I had somebody I was writing to, you know? Yeah.
So writing poetry?
Not poetry, probably just macking it regular, talking regular.
It's almost like you passing notes.
Yeah, like having a pen pal.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And but yeah, back to the type of clients you was having inside. Like, what kind of cats was you dealing with?
Well, gangsters. You know what I mean? I was cutting gangsters, Bloods, Latin Kings, Patriot Pintarios. You know what I mean?
So everyone was fucking with you.
Yeah, you know, everybody was fucking with me, you know what I mean? The gangsters was fucking with me.
Hey, they knew what it was. It was like, yeah, you out here
you know,
trying to get yours.
You know, I was good, like I said, fortunately, you know, like I was good in that area, came home good, you know, thank God.
Yeah, man.
I said, you know, when I come home, I was gonna focus on cutting hair, you know, like when I was inside, I was also like praying every day too. I was like always thanking God, you know what I mean, like just praying to God. So I just told myself when I was gonna come home, make that my two main focuses, you know what I mean, staying close to God and cutting hair, you know.
Mm. Oh, that's what you wanted to talk about.
Right.
You wanted to talk about God and people making choices in terms of like what they spend their money on, and that they don't want to spend money on going to church and spending their money and give it to God.
Oh.
Like, spend their money on everything else.
That's
like giving the money to the devil. It's what you were saying.
You know how some people go to church and they don't like people come out, they ask for money, they don't really like putting money. People like trying to avoid that, don't go to church anyway, because like, oh, I don't go to church because they ask for money. Like people always like, that's not the reason you should go to church. Go to church there, so like it's the house of God. And it's the combined energy. Because you think about it, if you're in a room full of people that are praying or manifesting the same things or praying the same prayers, right?
Right.
You're giving off like the same energy, big energy. So there's power in that. It's like a mastermind group basically. Like y'all manifesting the same thing. Y'all can do it for good, y'all can do it for evil.
It's true.
But back to the church thing, so a lot of people don't like going to church to avoid, you know, sometimes give the money to the church because they think that's the main reason the church's purpose, to get money. But meanwhile, you know, like let's say you're spending money on like sinful stuff as far as like every paycheck you get or every time you make money, you're going and you're having sex with escorts or you're using hard drugs with it, or
you're buying an iPhone made by,
or you're just,
I'm just joking, but kind of,
or you're doing things that you shouldn't be like doing. That's really like that's good for you. That's like evil, like sinful stuff. Like I mean, you're paying for sex or whatever.
Right.
That's considered like a big sin, right? Like, but people do it anyway. It is what it is, right? But basically, what I'm trying to say is people would rather pay for like sins or like stuff that's evil than paying for stuff that's good.
Mm-hmm. Well, my question, my rebuttal would be like, where does that money go? You know, it says to the church, right? But then doesn't the church already have a lot of like tax exempt?
Okay, let's excuse the church right now because I'm not religious.
Yeah, me neither. I believe in God though.
Excuse the church. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be better?
You're right.
Took your money and invest in good things.
Right.
Instead of just spending on fucked up shit anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Know what I mean, like if you're a person that like gets a paycheck and every weekend you're spending that shit on liquor and throwing money in strip clubs, you're fucking stupid.
Right, but that's their sense of happiness, right?
But you're stupid.
Stupid as fuck, right?
You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
You should be putting that shit into like investments, stocks, LLCs, or some shit that's going to make you more money.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying enjoy your life, but don't do that every weekend. Why are you doing that every weekend?
Right.
You're just going to keep living in the same situation for the rest of your life, and then you complain about why you're not moving up. Because that's all you hear is people complaining. Like today I'm at my job and I see somebody walking around like sad, like they hate their job, but why you hate your job? What are you spending your money on? You can make yourself happy if you invest your money wisely.
It's true.
You change your whole living situation like that. You can go from an apartment to a house.
Right.
From a house to a mansion.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Well, what escaped the loser mindset for you in your life to want to attack and engage? Because you do recognize that it is almost just a mindset, right? That people decide to have or not.
That's where it begins.
Do you think? But do you feel like it's almost inherent, or is it something that people grow? Do you see with it in your own life? Like in your own life, have you been there and you said, "All right, I have this loser mindset," and now I said, "Fuck that shit. I want to grab onto my own life."
It's not that people have loser mindsets. It's that the things they go through and the comparisons of their peers makes them feel like they're losing. See what I'm saying?
That's really
Everybody has their own walks of life, their own journey, their own timing. So it's like, and everybody has their own successes and own failures.
Yeah, right.
So to say loser mentality is very hard. You're only a loser if you don't do nothing at all about anything.
Yeah.
But if you're out there doing something and you're trying and you're not doing nothing, you're winning, regardless. It's like a turtle, right? And you're a turtle in the race, right? Here's a rabbit. You know why the rabbit always loses from the turtle?
Why?
Because the turtle just goes straight, slowly. While the rabbit hops around here and there. Look, so this is cocaine, this is liquor, this is hoes.
Right.
Oh, he just spent all his money, so he runs back to the beginning. Then he has to start all over.
Right.
Boom, boom, I guess distracted again. Right. The rabbit is faster than the turtle.
Right.
But he's not as smart as the turtle. It takes his time.
Wow.
Boom.
Deep.
Boom. Just go straight. He avoids all the distractions, avoids all the drugs.
I don't think I heard anyone in it this way.
That's why he wins, bro.
Like, I've heard the tortoise in the hair, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But I don't think anyone has ever broke it down in that way, to me anyway.
That's the realest way, bro.
That is the realest way. I dig it. Yeah, and it makes sense, you know, fucking like a rabbit. Fucking like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the rabbit's fucking. But you see that shit always hopping back, and
so let's bring that to like just the conversation about family, right? And within our own communities, you know, we're Latinos. Most of our families don't really like stick together, let's say, as much as, let's say, I don't know, Jewish communities. Now, when you look into Jewish communities, you look at a 13-year-old kid, he's already acting like a fucking man on some shit. He's already like, yo, bro, I remember being in a Jewish community, bro, and I was obviously not supposed to be there because they let me know that. I had like these 13-year-old kids pull up on me with walkie-talkies and shit, asking me what I'm doing there, and like, I was like, I'm delivering packages. But that shit was wild. But do you get what I mean though? Like, there is that sense of like, I guess, togetherness in certain cultures and communities that I feel like sometimes, not all the times, right?
But we grew to learn it that way, you know what I mean? We could always unlearn that way.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not.
Yeah, it's not forever.
Because from human nature, like you learn from kids. That's human nature. Like kids that never learn hate. You take a regular kids and show them no TV, nothing, that's crazy, right? You just keep them together, regardless if they're black, white, Chinese. You put a group, like 10 different cultures of babies, kids, and you just have them grow up together. They're not going to hate each other. Until they step outside the world, they see what's going on. See, you know what's wrong with these school systems? I think they should stop teaching us slavery and black history and what happened to black people getting abused and all that, bro. Because that's all create hate within the kids, bro. Right. Kids learn that. Right. Like, wait, that's what the white people are doing to us? When we're back in the days, they look at the white kids in the classroom, and boom, now they hate it. Now they hate. But when they were in pre-K and kindergarten, they were just fine, playing with each other, liking each other. But as they growing, and the school system shows them all this hateful stuff, and what happens, they start learning how to hate. And be like, oh wait, you're the enemy now.
Right.
But meanwhile, they were just best friends. That's
right.
You see what I'm saying? So by it's nature to love and not hate. But we just learn to hate. And some people just learn, like they just keep that in them, what they learn.
Forever. Do you feel like if schools were to have taught us, I don't know, maybe shit that we need for our lives, instead of all this shit, it would have been a different world?
They will never do that.
But why?
Because it's not designed to be like that, bro.
You know, I still don't understand that shit. It's like, it's just weird.
It's not
I feel
designed,
like
bro.
there's an abundance in the world, you know?
If it was designed to be like that, there would be no crime. There would be no hate. Everybody would be good.
I mean, I think there would still be crime, and I think there would still be hate, some sorts, in some ways, but...
Why? If what you want to do is just be good and shit things.
Absolutely.
If somebody comes back in your neighborhood, you're not gonna be like, nah, he's black, I'm not gonna give him nothing.
Nah, that's a
It's like
fact.
a white person knocks me, or a Spanish person knocks me, or Spanish, you might, oh yeah, I got you. See what I'm saying? It makes you make certain, not me, but certain people make certain decisions. I see it because like I was hanging out sometimes and you see like you observe shit like that from the outside looking in. You be like, damn, that's crazy. Like you see a person deny another person and see because of a certain skin color.
Right.
Here comes another person and they just, oh yeah, you can see it. It's available. I'm like, holy shit.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, whoa, that was crazy. You
Shit
see what I'm saying?
right in front of me.
Like you see that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it wouldn't be like that. It would be like, yeah, go ahead, we can say it.
But I think that, like, even in the dynamics, alright, so, like, besides just skin tone or any of that shit, like, people hate within their own culture, you know what I mean? The people hate with, like, people, it's just like, there's dynamics that are almost not really taught, I think. I think it's almost inherent. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm not the person to say what is or what isn't for sure. I'm not. But I really do feel that people just get caught up in the bullshit. And that's why they make certain decisions on wanting to live a certain way.
I believe that we start hating each other for the fact that the way we're judged and stereotyped. So it makes us look at each other like, damn, look, I'm not like that. We're both Spanish. And look how you're acting. You're making me look bad. I hate you now. See what I'm saying? Because not everybody, just because because here comes the stereotypes and all this stuff being biased and all that. It's like, damn, if it wasn't because of your poor actions, I wouldn't be being looked at like that. I'm not being judged. I'm being judged because of your poor actions.
Right. And
So I have to prove myself even harder now as a Latin man because of your Latin actions that you want to do that's not even considered right. You see what I'm saying? So now I believe that's probably the main reason for that. That it causes people to hate within each other. And it's like now it's like forcing like, certain Spanish countries feel like they're better than certain other Spanish countries.
Right.
Like God forbid you call Dominican Puerto Rican. You see what I'm saying? God forbid. Oh, you mean okay? Dominicano, papi, not Puerto Rican, papi, not. So you see what I'm saying? It's like that, bro. So
that's some shit for every fucking thing.
So it gets crazy, it gets deep, bro. It's a whole mind fuckery.
Right. When did it started clicking for Cutzaveli in terms of?
I've been chilling laid back, man. I've always been a smart, quiet kid. I always just like to listen. Ever since a kid, that's been I love that. I love to listen because you're listening, you're learning. So I love to learn everything, like whatever I come into contact with, I want to learn it, and I want to learn it fast, and I want to learn it all. Whatever it is. Like,
every part of it.
Like whatever it is. If I'm at a restaurant, I want to learn it. I'm like, right, who's the waiter, who's the waitress, who's the cook, What's the exit, what's the entrance, how many bathrooms, like, that's how my mind works. Like, I just want to learn it.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now when...
I want to, like, experience it to the max, bro. Like, learn it, experience it, boom.
So do you feel like that sense of knowledge and understanding is also kind of like just great tools to have? Because you go throughout life and then you also start meeting other these people and
I mean,
and maybe certain business you want to start.
Here's what's funny about that, right? Like I came across homeless people. So when I came across homeless people, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to learn to be homeless.
No.
So I was homeless for a month.
For real?
Yeah.
Huh. What'd you do?
I felt it. Like I went through it. I was like, wow, this is.
No, but like, what'd you do? Like, explain to me what happened. Like, what was you sleeping at?
I was sleeping in my car.
You're fucking homeless in the car. It's different.
Listen, I had options though.
Without no car.
I could have slept in my parents' house, my brother's
Oh
house.
shit!
I wanted to see what it's like to be homeless, bro.
You had like I don't even know what to call it.
Because in all reality, I was homeless, but I really wasn't homeless.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was homeless, bro. Like,
you were.
I didn't have my own home.
Yeah, you were technically.
I wasn't paying rent.
Right.
You feel me? So.
Okay.
And
I have a homie in Germany that was like, I guess technically the same thing doing that, and
I guess I did that to see.
But like he had a shower system and he had a whole bunch of shit.
I did that to see.
It was
like,
dope.
If I would ever fall off in my life, right?
Uh-huh.
Will I be able to
survive,
to get back up? Or will I just remain in that position, comfortable?
All right. So then, what'd you do in that situation? Like towards the end.
Oh, bro, I was just praying to God every day, bro. Like, yo, God this, God that, and having my faith strong.
And
you know, I seen prayers get answered. And I met other people that pray with me together. Like I said, that's the real reason for the church. You come across people that pray together, and you get your prayers answered a little faster. So I came across a person that had the same probably belief as me. Now, I mean, that wasn't religious, but had the same belief as me and had the same faith as me. And we prayed, and you know, I seen things gain some motion faster.
wow.
I mean, like, bro, people say God doesn't exist. All right, cool. Listen, I'm not knocking it. I don't knock religion. To each his own. But whatever you want to call him, whether he's Allah or Judah or Jehovah, whatever the name, he is still God. So, and to say so some people say he doesn't exist, okay, cool, but then look, your dog just had puppies. I mean,
Life.
that's life. Life
Right.
is God. God is life. So
Yeah. Actually, dog backwards is God.
see what I'm saying? So look at that. So you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not religious. I'm not religion. I will go to church and pray, but you know, I believe God is everywhere. I can pray for him. I can pray to him here. I can pray to him wherever I'm at. When I'm driving to work, I'm freely able to pray to him whenever I want. Because I know he exists. Now I know that I don't have to go through any systems or adversary or any. I don't have to go through anyone or anything to get to God. It's just me directly to God.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I
I
understand you completely. And the reason why I say wow is because, like, I feel like it's interesting how, you know, we're all living this life right now, right? And you and I could both have that same conclusion as to, like, look, I have my own connection with God. I don't need to go to a church or read this biblical text in order to have that connection with God. But then there are millions of other people who, like, just disagree with that. And that's okay, too, obviously. But, like, it's amazing that we're all still living in this earth, though. You know what I mean? I think that willingness and that acceptance of God, if you think about it, you know, the power of the mind and to have our own decisions.
Here's the dope thing about being incarcerated, right?
Thank you.
I got to experience every religion. So I went to the mosque with Muslim brothers and experienced that, like, okay, cool. I went with Jewish brothers and went to the synagogue and cool.
Yeah.
Went to the Christian thing, the Catholics, Rastafarians, everybody. And everything is basically together. It teaches like 90% of every, like the Bible, Quran, I forgot how you call it, the other books, but it almost and 90% teaches the same thing, which is to love thy brother, love thy neighbor. You know, we basically respect everybody. And we all believe in God.
Right.
So every religion believes in God.
Yes.
So it's like we're all believers of God.
That's true. Yeah.
Like I said, I read the Bible. I read through the Quran. You know, like I said, and somebody was trying to show me how to read the.
You read through the Quran, bro? I'm sorry.
I forgot how to say that, but yeah, bro, like it's in English. Like,
oh shit!
Like
Okay.
You know, and you get all that
out there.
Yeah, incarcerated. So it's pretty dope, bro. And then I spoke to people and I had deep conversations, you know, and they break it down, and it's very where I get like I always feel gratitude when I hear them speak about their religion, because I get like, ooh, that's good. It's like chills that I get because we're all believers in God.
Right.
So,
but don't you feel like in certain religions, like I don't know, do you know who Ari Shaffir is? He's this comedian. He's funny as fuck, right? Basically, he had this comedy special called Jew. Funny. Yeah, he was talking mad shit, but it's all jokes, right? And basically, he was saying about how, you know, all these religions, they meditate mad times a day. Like, you know, Muslims meditate mad times a day. Jewish people meditate mad times a day. And then the joke was like, oh, Christians meditate like once or twice a year. And because it's just like in comparison to how much like these people pray a day, it's like five. Like, you know, Muslims pray like 5 times a day. You know, and I feel like their I guess studious, if you will, nature towards God is a lot stronger than like most religions. And I think that goes into deeper, and I don't want to get too deep about this because I personally don't know too much about it, but I think it goes deeper into polytheistic and monotheistic religions. Polytheistic meaning more than believing in more than one God or saint or whatever, and then monotheistic believing in just God, you know? And within that, there's just so many different types of, I guess, styles of religion that makes people kind of just be like, oh, this is not what I believe in, this is not what I believe in, kind of escape away from the deeper meanings that we should be focusing on, which is, I feel like, within that conversation.
No, I listen a lot to Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard.
I'm not sure who that is.
No, he speaks a lot about. Listen to him, he's real dope. He talks a lot about God and manifestation, and he breaks things down to like a point where it's very understandable.
Yeah, I feel you. It's digestible. It's like,
it's
I guess.
Digestible, and if you practice like what he says, you can actually like create your own destiny.
Oh yeah.
Create your own path.
But yo, cause like I know you don't have too much time with us, and I want to know what's in store for Cutzaveli next. What do you want to share with the people? What do you want to like, you know, tap them in with? What's going on?
I want to continue giving back to the youth. You know, I want to continue that. I want to make that a thing where I'm going to like, you know, schools, even hospitals. You know, like there's kids that are going through like cancer. They probably need haircuts because their hair be falling off. So, you know, things of that nature. Shelters. I got to work in a shelter today, and it was a family shelter, so I know there's kids in there that probably need haircuts. I just want to make that thing, just give back.
How was that today? What did you do?
Oh, nah, you know, my regular job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. I'm not just a barber too, you know, I do other things.
Yo, Cutzaveli, let them know where they can find you.
Oh, right now I'm at Queen's Finance, you know, home team right now. 7720 Queens Boulevard, Queens Finance Barbershop, in Queens Heavy.
Plug the gram.
You can find me on Instagram at Cutzgod, CUTZGOD.
So yeah.
Go. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah.